Distinguished Toastmaster Lennox Sealy. He has been a management consultant and a Toastmaster for the past 12 years. He has addressed audiences varying from foreign dignitaries down to children of school ages. He brings with him many ideas on how to overcome speaking, especially to large audiences. Ladies and gentlemen, join with me in giving a round of applause as we welcome Dr. Lennox Sealy.
Thank you very much, Cohen. Let's get something straight. Thank you for all the accolades, and good evening to you all. It's very nice to see all of you. I know it's a topic that interests you. You have your own reasons for coming here, and I hope I can touch them, and I hope I can help you. The human species is one of those species that lives for the future. Every one of us expects to go back home to our house. It's still there. Every one of us, once we are sane, expects to improve in some way. A lot of improvement has to present yourself. And for whatever reason, as my colleague have identified the fact that fear of flying, speaking, are perhaps the three biggest fears that the average human being suffers from. But it is not really a problem. And I hope today you can take away something that will help you overcome that fear. So I am not right. Here is my screen and the banner, right. So where we are, and I too would like to apologize that the technical support didn't come on time and caused us to start very late. I am saying that to time. So here we are, and I am going to share with you why do people fear and how you can get over that fear. Now let's see with the new connection what is happening. Good. So my objective, and normally I don't stand behind the lectern, and by the way, this is not a podium, this is a lectern. Stand on, it's from Latin podus, the foot. This is from lecture, to read. So the next time you listen to anyone, you can always say, okay, and a lectern, and the athlete receiving the medal is standing on a podium. Just a little bit of trivia. For you this afternoon, the thing I'd like to do is to help you find your voice. Now, I have been very bothered, and I'll tell you why I'm bothered. All kinds of things have happened in our society, fueled by social media. Not all of it is good. But we have been rather silent about it. And one of the reasons that we have been silent about it is that people are not standing. And part of it is because we do not feel we could. We are scared to stand up and speak. And that is why we are on a campaign, as Cohen pointed out. I want to share with you something today that will trigger you to decide that you must. Okay? And as I started by saying, average human being wants better and bigger. You do not want to be in the same place all the time, doing the same things all the time. That's not how humans work. You can become part of something bigger. So I want you to get very clear what my objectives are. And in our feedback session in the end, you need to share with me what A little louder. Okay, I thought we had the microphone. Okay, I'm speaking as loud as I can. Can you hear me in the back? Yeah? Okay, all right. Okay. Would you like to move and come up a little closer? No, he doesn't want to move. He wants to sit there. Okay, right. So when we talk about anything to define what it is we are speaking about, one of my philosophies, which I hope you will adopt, is called clarity of thought. Clarity of thought, that what you are thinking is the real thing and it has a meaning that you understand and other people understand. For example, I always like to no iron. My grandmother thought green fig had iron, you know. Kind of brown. But green fig is a carbohydrate. The fig itself, it didn't make it for you. And when you take the peel off of a green banana, there's something called oxidation. Has nothing. So it turned brown. And I don't know where it came from. It was that green fig have iron, boy. But if you want to get iron from green fig, you have to eat a plantation. Things in the air that people believe. Oh gosh, it was really bad during COVID time. The amount of stupidity that took place in terms of people's belief. For yourself and find out what is the real story. And when we talk about public speaking, we talk about face-to-face communication. Right now, I am doing public speaking. I am speaking not to you, with you. And I'm using speech. And I'm supporting the speech with a visual. The bit of software called PowerPoint. No magic involved. Okay? And what I'm trying to do exactly what I am doing in the area that you are interested in. That's what I'm doing. We all right so far? Good. So, you heard earlier on present ideas on a project. You may have an interview, a job interview. You may have a meeting. You may have an event. Or where they say something now and look at you. That's you. They mightn't see that, but that's what happens in your mind. Right? Because you do not have something called confidence. We all know that fear is fantasies experience appearing real. Most of the times you have a fear, there's absolute. Number one, being too nervous to speak. A lot of people start to get cold feet, sweat on their hands. Lack of confidence. But suppose they don't like what I'm saying. Fear of going off script. One of the things you learn in Toastmasters is to get rid of the paper. You have to be confident enough to say what you want to say. Only come with practice. Right? There's work to be done. If you think you could sit down and listen to me, who goes to the gym, but he doesn't exercise, he just watches. And he says, you know, his body is improving. Don't try that, eh? Fear of all the eyes staring at you, right? I am seeing all your wonderful faces, but I don't have any fear because I'm confident. The big word I want to leave with you this evening, it's not really a big word, eh? But it's something that you need to work on. You cannot get confidence in the mail. You cannot get confidence by listening to me or anybody else. There's work to be done. Like the old saying says, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. You have to be around other people who want to be confident as well. And that's why we have a Toastmasters Club. You can't stay home in your bedroom and become confident, right? Sharing with Toastmasters clubs. And today, if you don't remember anything I say, think, okay. And I have it as ROTEC, ROTEC. Changed by Louis. I always quote a situation where I was at a business meeting. Situations is something of you express your opinion. I am therefore of the opinion greater focus must be placed on masters. I am therefore of the opinion greater focus must be placed on masters. But I'm encouraged to
I think you are a master.
actual voice exercises. That's what you have to.
Listen. Hear the whole yapping, right? And what Sir Lennox gave was examples, and that's what I really needed. Sir Lennox gave was examples, and that's what I really needed, because even though he didn't
knowing that I will be really involved in it as well. But I had fun. The tips, the technique had to go up on the lectern. Right? I learned that lectern. I always used to I always used to say for them as well.
Where I stutter a lot when I speak in front of people and I get really nervous. But he's given me tips and tricks.
I've heard a member of the library staff speaking about audience. And I would like to do that in a professional way. And how he engaged his audience by looking at them. Thanks a million. Very professional at this library.
Unplanned happens all the time. So scan is something I would definitely be working on, presentation skills. So this is definitely helping me. Somehow it didn't happen today, but usually that happens, and I really appreciate this. I mean, I took notes and
Yeah, good afternoon or good night, everybody. My name is Anton. Let me just say that I know Dr. Sealy when he was not here.
Good evening, everyone. I am grateful that I came here. I'm always grateful, to be honest, to come to Arima Library for their programs. I've been coming to the library since I was a little girl, and the library was at the town hall. And I thoroughly enjoyed this program. I have known Dr. Sealy for some years. He actually taught me a course at UWI many moons ago. And he has been encouraging me to join the Toastmasters. I'm coming here this evening. This has just kind of whetted my appetite. I really, really enjoyed it. I learned quite a number of things that I wish I had known while I was working, because there were times when I really needed to speak to people, and several times it was impromptu speaking. Yeah, so the tips that you gave us, the little acronyms and all of that, I am going to be using them if and when an opportunity presents itself for me to speak again. So thank you so much. Continue doing the good work that you're doing. And when you do have a venue, I don't think you all have everything is online now. Right? So I'm more likely to attend at that point in time. Yes. So thanks again.
Good evening again, everyone. So I just want to thank Dr. Sealy for this opportunity. Public speaking is something that I've always had at the back burner to try. And when I saw these circulars, like, okay, maybe this is the time to start. So I came, I was a little bit late, but it was so interactive and so informative, and I met new people, and it was easy working with them. And sometimes when I heard, okay, we have to go in groups, I was like, oh my god, I prefer to work alone, right? So, but it is a nice experience, and it just makes me more to be in front. So, I never heard about Toastmasters before.
I was so happy coming at this event today. I was looking out to see what the library has to offer. When I saw this event, I was like, well, right on my alley, because my biggest fear is being up here. All eyes on you. It's there. And you tend to have the brain fog when you have to do impromptu speaking. So, and then I run my own business, so I always tend to have better communication one-on-one rather than speaking in public. And sometimes you have to do it. So when I saw this pop up, I was like, okay, let me try it. I didn't think we would have been here doing this. And even when we had to do the group project, I was like, they were saying, who is something that I want to develop and learn and grow from. So I could be like him and be up on a podium and make jokes and huh? Elected, yes. Yes, that's something I learned new today. So it was a very fruitful event, and I was so happy to be part of it. So thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dexter Spring. I work here at the Arima Public Library, and I would like to say that I am happy that we should look nice. All right? I ain't saying who it is, but So yes, so I really enjoy public speaking. Anytime you put on my killer,
You spoke. I'm so happy you spoke. All right? Okay. Good. Oops. I didn't realize they going to do this. Gabby. Yeah, that's young for Ginny. The young for Ginny. Okay. Well, okay. Well, yeah. Well, I came. Well, I came very early to have a chat with you.
Saturday when